Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Tier List Thursday. Oh god, I hate Opera. I really need to switch. Today we're doing all of the Gen 8 Pokemon. So that's gonna be big. I guess. I don't know. And yeah, and Gen 8 also includes Legends Arceus. Just so you know. I include Legends Arceus in Gen 8. I'm pretty sure most people include Legends Arceus in Gen 8. So we will be doing all the Pokemon in Galar and all the Pokemon in Hisui. The very few that are left, because most are just regional forms. Yeah. I don't think I have anything to announce, so let's get right into it. Let's see here. Am I on the wrong? Yeah, I need to do that. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm still zoomed. Okay. This is, this is awkward. I should have remembered to unzoom this. This is like going into my other monitor. That's crazy. That's how zoomed I am. Is that better? No, I need to be a little bit more zoomed out. I really need to figure out a way to do this better than the way I do it. I'm sure that a way exists. I just don't know it. But oh well. Oh, not that. There we go. All right, perfect. There we go. Then let me hit up my Firefox for some music here. Let's see here. Yeah, this is a Twin Leaf Lullaby one I haven't listened to yet. This is You're Doing Your Best, nostalgic and chill Pokemon music to help with stress by Twin Leaf Lullaby. I'm not particularly stressed, but we'll see where this tier list leaves me. We'll see. I don't think it'll leave me too stressed, because I like Gen 8. Alright. Just like always, let's start off with that grass starter, this time being Grookey. I'm not a big... I think if there's one criticism I'm gonna give Gen 8, I think this is easily the worst trio of starters they've ever done. Like, I can't think of a trio of starters that's worse than this one. So, not boding very well here. Let's see, Grookey is alright. I don't know why Grookey has a beak. I guess that's not supposed to be a beak. I don't know, it just looks odd. The more you look at it, its mouth. It looks like a beak to me. So I don't know. I'm gonna give Grookey, like, kinda down here. I'm not a big Grookey fan. Yeah, I'm like looking down here. It's not better than Chimchar, I don't think. I think Chimchar's a little better. Give it below Raticate, Pidgeot, maybe? I think that's fair for now. I'm not like a Grookey fan at all. And then Thwackey, horrible middle stage for an already pretty bad line. You know what? The more I'm looking at it, the Wacky's like a D tier. I'm gonna give him like here. Man, we haven't had a D tier in a hot minute. And Grookey's like down here. Honestly, the more I'm thinking about it, like I am not a Grookey fan at all. Put him below below the Burbs. Maybe even below Yanma? Below that Burb? Yeah. I'm not a fan of this gen starters. G-Max Rillaboom, we don't count. Rillaboom! He's better. I like the hair, the leaf hair. Still not the greatest in the world. It's probably like there for me. I don't know. I just don't vibe with them. Not for me. Scorbunny is better. I think Cinderace is the best line we've got in this gen. The best starter line. But it's still not super great. But like above Diggersby. Raboot. I like Raboot. He's decent. Punk ass kid who plays soccer. I get it. I vibe with it, I guess. I'll give it above Simisear. That seems fair to me. And then Cinderace. The question is Cinderace gonna take the bottom fire starter spot over Infernape? And I think it is. I think I like Infernape a little bit more. This starter trio just is not very good. The fact that they're all monotype doesn't help either. Like, come on, yeah, man. Put it above Goodbite. Yeah. Then Sobble. Sobble is cute. I like Sobble. I will give Sobble an A. But not a high A, because it's not that cute. I think below Toxicroak is fair for Sobble. I think that's fair for Sobble. And then Drizzile and Inteleon suck. Like, these are bad. Drizzile's another D tier. Actually, yeah, Drizzile's another D tier. I'm not a Drizzile fan. It's alright, I guess. If I were to give it anything, it's like the proportions of its body are a lot better than Thwacky's, I guess. So it's got that going for it. But, then Inteleon also is like just down here. Inteleon's not very good either. I've been going kind of light on Pokemon after Gen 4, huh? There are not a lot that are like really down here post Gen 4, which is crazy. I guess that goes to show, like, I think decreasing the amount of Pokemon they do in a gen is generally been a good thing, because it allows them to create stronger designs. But it also just, I think it kind of creates a different effect of they're somewhat less memorable now. Because I don't know about y'all, but I remember fucking Chimecho. Chimecho, I somewhat remember. I really remember Luvdisc. Luvdisc is a better example here. Because, like, I don't know. It was very prevalent in Gen 3, you know, because the heart scales. You need the heart scales. So, I don't know. But I will say after Gen 6, I think there are less like, or Gen 6 and beyond, I think there are less, and even in Gen 5, there are less like wholly undefendable Pokemon. Or I guess a lot of these are Gen 7 because of Alolan forms, but that's like kind of a different thing for me. But there are a lot less Pokemon that are wholly undefendable, like Gen 5, Gen 6 onwards. But the ones that are undefendable, like, really stand out, and I think there's more forgettable Pokemon Gen 5, Gen 6 onwards. So, I don't know. Things aside, oh, Galar's not off to a strong start, huh? Squovette is decent. Squovette by itself is decent. I'd put it above Sentret. It's cute. Kind of just a squirrel, but hey. And then Greedent. I don't know. It's just looks like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. I'm sure somebody's made that observation before, but he just looks like Peter Griffin to me. He's kind of a jolly little fella, but he's not my jolly little fella, you know what I mean? He's just not. Then Rookidee. I think Rookidee and Corvisquire are the only... Did Corvisquire get Steel? Hold on. Let me check if Corvisquire got Steel. No. Oh, wait. That's not the... Yeah, no. It did not get Steel yet. So... these are the only mono flying type Pokemon in existence that aren't just like, oh, Arceus fly, right? So that's pretty cool. That being said, they're still just kind of whatever to me. Cute birds for sure, but like, I don't know. We've seen cuter birds. And I've made it fairly clear over the course of the series I'm not like a bird fan, per se. I do like the color scheme though. The blue and black is the like dark blue and black, pretty solid color scheme. I'm with it. And I like the inspiration being like ravens and corvids. And then Corviknight, probably the best regional bird they've ever done. Definitely up there with like Talonflame. Where'd I put Talonflame? Talonflame's gotta be in like A tier, right? Surely. A plus. Or top of A. Where is Talonflame? What the hell? I've lost Talonflame. So I guess I will just go with my heart, and my heart says right now put Corvisquire up here. Oh, there's Talon. I found Talonflame. So the question is now, is Corvisquire better or worse than Talonflame? I think I like... Or I say Corvisquire. Is Corviknight better or worse than Talonflame? I think I like Corviknight more than Talonflame because Corviknight's color scheme is more appealing to me than Talonflame's. That being said, they are both very good. And best regional birds in the series. Pretty easily. Blipbug. It's kind of just like a better Scatterbug, huh? I don't know, because like it's basically Scatterbug except doing the nerd emoji face, which is kind of endearing to me. You know, the nerd emoji face makes it funny. And I really like, I like the whole idea of the line of like, nerdy bug turns into mad scientist who has a UFO. That's kind of funny. Dottler's just kind of a funny way to do not a pupil form. A cocoon form. It's kind of like one of the better cocoon forms in my opinion for that reason. Not as good as Whirlipede, Whirlipede. Not as good as Whirlipede, of course, but it's pretty solid. And I like how it actually like lights up in the game. It's pretty cool. I'll put it above Gulpin. And then Orbeetle. I really like Orbeetle. Orbeetle was on my team in Galar. I think I got I'm pretty sure I had a shiny G-Max one. Cause Sword and Shield was the only Pokemon game I shiny hunted in, because Sword and Shield came out when I was in high school. So I would bring my Switch to school, and instead of paying attention in class, I would shiny hunt Sword and Shield, which was awesome sauce. Might explain why I dropped out of high school though. I'll give it a good old I mean, it's gotta be above Cricketune. I think above Lotad. It's fine. I like Orbeetle a lot. Now we get to Nickit and Feeble. Kind of forgettable as being the only Fox Pokemon. I don't know. Because, like, they just get overshadowed by Galarian, what's it called? Galarian Zigzagoon. Because Zigzagoon's the one I associate with Team Yell, even though I think a lot of Team Yell used Nickit and Thievul too. So, I don't know. Put it, low Mudbray, I guess. Nickit, and then Thievul. I like Thievul more. It becomes more like refined and elegant. It's like a gentleman thief. So for being a gentleman, I can put it above Wartortle. Because Wartortle's not a gentleman. Wartortle's like the opposite of a gentleman. Gossifleur and Eldegoss. I like Gossifleur a lot more than Eldegoss. I don't know what it is without. I think it's the fro. I'm just not about the fro with Eldegoss. So I'll put Gossifleur. I'll just put it straight above Flabebe because I think it's better than Flabebe. Then I'll put Eldegoss. I think Eldegoss is a good B tier guy. Below like Jellicent. It gives similar vibes to Jellicent. I almost call it Jellicent. Jellicent. It's just like its head's too fat. Like, what are we doing here? It's got the 5 head. Wooloo and Dubwool. Okay. I mean, Wooloo's kind of just a sheep, you know? I'm just ranking a cartoon sheep here. So, let's see, where's Mareep? There's Mareep. Wooloo's automatically worse than Mareep, because Mareep's just kind of the better sheep, you know? It's actually got, like, a little bit of a monster design going on, while his Wooloo is just like, that sure is a sheep, you know? Put it below Tauros. And then, Dubwool. Dubwool's aight. Again, it's still just kind of a sheep, but it's a sheep with horns, so I guess it's better than Wooloo. I don't know. These designs were they just kind of were sheep. Choodle and Dreadnought. Choodle is ugly. Like, ugly as sin. Like, genuinely, for the longest time, I did not have Choodle in my decks because I just skipped straight to Dreadnought because I did not like Choodle. So, Choodle's honestly going in D tier. Galar's kind of taking L's. I thought I really liked this gen, but I guess not. Or maybe I'm being more harsh because I do like this gen. Dreadnought is awesome sauce though. Look at this man. He's ready. He's rocking and rolling. Put him up in A. I don't think he's quite A plus material, but he's A material for sure. Put him above Paris there. I like him. I like him a lot. I like the cut of his jib. Then Yamper and Boltund. Finally, electric dog Pokemon that don't just suck. Cough, cough, electric, and manectric. Yamper is to the moon. I like Yamper a lot. It helps that, like, we saw Sonia using one throughout the game. And I think Yamper even kind of helped, Sonia's Yamper even just, like, kind of helped us out before the final, like, Macrocosmos thing. And the Rose fight. Yamper was the one that got us in there, I think, right? So, yeah, Sonia's Yamper, brings it up a lot, you know? It's a helpful little hound. And then Boltund, I think, is a little worse. I think it's the colors. I think if it was like brown instead of green, I would like it a little bit more. The green is just kind of off-putting for a dog Pokemon. Maybe that's why I don't like Electrike, is because it's green. I never thought about that. Put a below Drillbur. It's still solid. I still like it, but they could have just chosen a brown instead of a green. Roly-Coly. This is Roly-Coly, right? Yeah, this is Roly-Coly. I always get Roly-Coly and Roggenrola mixed up. It's because they've got, like, similar names where it's a pun. But Roly-Coly, it's kind of cute. I think Roggenrola's just better. Where is Roggenrola? Oh, Roggenrola! Where you at? I can't find anything in this tier list, dog. Look at my tier list, bro. I'm gonna starve. Oh, there's Roggenrola. I'm just gonna put I'm not gonna think about it. Just put Roly-Coly under Roggenrola. Because I think Roggenrola is better. Then Carkol. I like Carkol. This is just a minecart. He's just playing Minecraft. That's what's up. Boldor. Let's see. I think I'm gonna put it around Boldor. Except I think I like it more because I like where this line goes more than the Gigalith line, because Colossal is just awesome sauce. He's just a big old coal-powered kaiju. That's cool. So where's Gigalith again? He's like an S, right? Yeah, Gigalith's an S. So I think Colossal's got to go like up here. I like the cut of Colossal's jib a lot. He's dope. Cool guy. Applin. Applin. I like Applin. It's cute. I like the idea that there's a worm in the apple. It's nice wordplay. Like worm with a Y because it's a dragon. It's just funny wordplay. Which is part of what I come to Pokemon for, is funny wordplay. So I'm gonna give it for the wordplay, I ranked Skrelp like super high because of the funny name. I'm giving it. Where's Skrelp? Applin gets to go above Skrelp. There you go. Applin fans stay winning. Then Flapple. Flapple is my choice of evolution over Appleton. I like Flapple a lot more than Appleton. So I'm gonna give Flapple an A+. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna give it an S, because I quite like Flapple. It's just he's just flapping his wings, you know. What can you say? He's just up there flapping his wings. It's what's up. And then Appleton, he's just kind of a big goofy guy, you know. I certainly don't hate Appleton. I like Flapple a little bit more, but Appleton, you know, he's just a big goofy guy. Like, I don't know what it is about designs where you can't see the thing's eyes, but those designs are always very cute to me. I'm about them. So I'm gonna put it above Pangoro. That's what I'm feeling for old Appleton. Then Silly Cobra. The one thing I remember about Silly Cobra is that there's a yell fight, which happens because they're protecting a Silly Cobra while crossing the road, or they're cheering on a Silly Cobra crossing the road, and it's like, I don't know, man. Do we have to fight them? Like, couldn't we have just waited for the Silly Cobra to cross the road there? They weren't like abusing the Silly Cobra. Just let them cheer the Silly Cobra on and then proceed on. I don't know. Team Yell were horrible villains, man. Like, I understand what they were going for, but they really needed to lean into the toxic fan thing more. Because as soon as Marnie kind of just told them to stop, they stopped, you know? Which is not how toxic fans actually work. Anyways, Diatribe aside, I like Silly Cobra. It's a Silly Cobra, what can I say? It's in the name. Then Sandaconda, I like Sandaconda a lot, actually. I like the gun snout, that's funny. I like how it's just coiled up on itself. I like Sandaconda a lot. I'll give it an A+. Like, here-ish. I like Sandaconda a lot. Then we got Cramorant. As you can see from what I just put in duplicates, Cramorant has the gimmick of where it uses dive and it grabs either an Arrokuda or a Pikachu, which I think is really funny. Beyond that, I'm not like a huge Cramorant fan. I know it's in Unite, but I haven't played Unite, so, you know. Maybe if they ever make Switch Online free. Maybe if they ever put Unite on Steam. Which honestly, I don't know why they don't, you know? But whatever. Well, I do know why they don't, is so that Nintendo could make more money, but whatever. But I like Cramorant. He's cool. Why does Combuskin have no eyes? What is happening? What is happening to this Combuskin? It has no eyes. Is anybody else seeing that? It has... What's wrong with Combuskin? Oh my god. They fucked my man up. What is happening there? Oh man. No. It's horrible. Poor Combuskin, man. Poor Combuskin. I got the cursed copy of Tearmaker with the no eyes Combuskin. Now Combuskin with hyper realistic eye holes is gonna come out of my TV screen and steal my eyes or something. Doesn't Combuskin have a different? This Combuskin also has no eyes. What is happening? Combuskin has black eyes, right? Oh no, it has red eyes. So maybe they are on there and I just can't see them very well. But I swear, it just straight up has no eyes right now. I got the glitched copy of Tearmaker, bro. Every copy of Tearmaker is personalized. Arrokuda. Arrokuda. It's Arrokuda and Barraskewda. That's what it is. Arrokuda. It's alright. It's decent. As far as just basic fish go, it's pretty decent. I'll put it above Semi-Sea there, next to Temple. Then Barrascuda, I mean, it's better, but it's still just kind of basic fish, you know? Put it above Sea King. I don't really have much opinions on it beyond that. I guess Nessa used one, but like, it wasn't her ace, so who cares? It's just kind of a fish. Toxel. I've made my opinion on babies very clear over the course of this ranking. Toxel's gonna be no different, except actually it's worse. It's like Volbeat tier of like gross to me. Get it out of here. Which is a shame because Toxtricity is awesome. I love Toxtricity, and I wish I didn't have to go through Toxel to get Toxtricity, because Toxtricity is like... I was considering S+, but I don't know if it's quite S+ material. You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut and give it an S+. I'm gonna give it above Krogunk. No, below Krogunk. Yes. I just really like the music theming of it. You know, I love rock music. Rock music's my thing. I love punk music too. So just having this punk rocker Pokemon, it's awesome. I love Toxtricity. He's really cool. Just a cool guy. This Sizzlipede. Sizzlipede is just... he's alright. He's decent. I'll give him like, I think above Silvally right now. That's how I'm feeling. Centiskorch is really cool though. You know, who'd have thought just kind of adding more fire and letting it stand up would make it really cool. I guess it also has like the patterns on its belly, which is, it's kind of similar to like the eye on an oven, which is cool. It's a good idea for a fire type. I'll put it there. I like Centiskorch. Clobopus. He's just a little guy, you know. He's trying his best to fight, but he's not very good at it. And I like a good success story, you know. So like, I'm gonna put him above Makuhita. Then Grapploct. I like Grapploct. Low-key, between Hawlucha and Grapploct's the cooler wrestler, which is kind of a crazy thing to say after the Mega Hawlucha reveal, but it's how I feel. In my heart of hearts, it's how I feel. So I'm gonna give it... Where'd Hawlucha end up? I don't even know where Hawlucha ended up. I'm just gonna kind of hope this is higher than Hawlucha. We can move it around later if Hawlucha ends up being lower. But I'm gonna put it up here. That's where I'm feeling. I like Grapploct a lot. He's cool. You know, having a wrestler octopus makes a lot of sense, because you know they got 8 arms to like grapple you with, you know. And it's like, you know, Hawlucha's more of like a luchador type thing, while Grapploct to me reads more like a professional wrestler. Which one of these is supposed to be the... You can't see the tag. How do you know which one is the real one or not? Oh no. I hope the first one is the one with the tag. I'm pretty sure I've got a Sinistea with the tag. Or a Poltegeist. Poltegeist is the last one, right? I don't know why, but they switched them for Paldea, so now I get confused. Whereas before I really wouldn't have. Because I think Poltegeist is the first one in Paldea, and Sinistra is the second one, but I'm pretty sure Pulti or Sinisty is the first one, and Galar and Poltergeist is the second one. I don't know. It's very confusing. I don't know why they switched them. I really, really don't. It was an odd decision. But anyways, I'm gonna blame Haldiamore for that than Galar. Galar came first. It's not their fault. Anyways, Sinisty. I like how the pinky is out. That's kind of a cool touch, because the ghost is holding the chipped off. It's like making the handle with its arm, because it presumably got chipped off. And it's holding out its pinky to do it, and that's cute. I like that. I'm gonna give it above Klefki. And then Sinisty. I like him. He's just a little guy in a pot, you know? He's just doing his best. The authenticity thing is also really funny. I know some people probably don't like it because shiny hunting, but even as somebody who shiny hunted this gen, I just kind of don't care. I don't know. People take shiny hunting way too seriously. People take everything in Pokemon way too seriously, though. I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a major revelation. People need to chill out on Pokemon for real. All right. On to peak designs. So this is Hatchrim, I think. Is it Hatenna or Hatchrim first? I think Hatenna is first, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So Hatenna is just cute. I like Hatenna. I like its big floppy ears. I already mentioned with Appleton that the covering of the eyes thing is really cute to me. So I like its eyes getting covered, you know. It's just going for a nap. It's got the nap hat on, the sleep cap on. It's funny. I never understood why sleep caps exist, though, you know, like maybe it's just because I toss and turn at night, so it automatically fall off for me, but I've never understood it. I'm gonna put it above this. Yes. Perfect. Then Hatchrim. Again, I really like Hatchrim. We're getting more into like the Fae Princess in the Tower aesthetic. It's a good middle stage. It's cute. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe more than Dragonair. And then Hatterene. Hatterene's awesome. They just kind of made a new Gardevoir and said, cool, have fun with it. And hey, it worked. I fell for the propaganda. I guess I'm just a lover of Gardevoir clones, because so far all of them are up here. But, like, yeah, I think it's gotta be here, because I think I like it more than Gothitelle. So I'll just put it next to Gothitelle and call it a day. But I like it a lot. All the girls are girling, you know what I mean? Then Impidimp. Impidimp's kind of just a little gremlin. But that's what they're going for, so I gotta give them props for it, right? You know, it's intentionally a little gremlin. So I'm gonna put it above Galarian. What's it called? Zigzagoon. I don't know why I'm forgetting Zigzagoon so much. I would put it above Galarian Zigzagoon because they're kind of the same deal, you know. They're little mischievous little dudes. I like Impidimp a little bit more. And Morgrim's like Drizzile if it was done right, you know. They both have the emo cut, but Morgrim's confident in the emo cut. And it's like evil emo instead of just emo. Like, this is the emo that goes out of his room and makes fun of people, which is awesome. So I'm gonna put it there. Also, there's just something appealing about its color scheme to me. Like the very bright green next to the dark pink. I like that. I like that color scheme. Then Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's also really cool. You know, this is probably the best way to do like a dark fairy type. So I'm just putting it up here. I don't think it's quite as good as Hatterene, but it's really solid. Really, really solid. Probably lower than T-Tar. Yeah. Break up T-Tar and Meowth. They've been together for too long. Obstagoon. I like Obstagoon a lot too. Finally, I don't know how I feel about it being attached to Linoon, because like this is a big jump from Linoon, but I vibe with it nonetheless. I'm gonna give it above Krokorok. They can be cool together. They're doing the cool guy pose. You know, the crossing of the arms. And then Berserker. Berserker's just ugly. I don't like Berserker at all. I'm gonna give it an E tier instead of an F, because at the very least it's not Persian. They didn't call it Persian. But this, why did they do these things to Meowth? Man, free my boy. He did not need these regional forms. At least with Alolan Meowth, the regional forms were new and they were trying something new, but why give him another regional form in Gen 8? He does not need it. Then Cursula. I like Cursula. Just kind of Corsola, but more. I really wish that Corsola evolved now, because we could have gotten something like this, just like a bigger Corsola, and I feel like it'd be more memorable and more well liked. But hey, it's just the way the news goes, right? So for dying, for literally becoming extinct, Cursula can go into about low A. It's still not perfect, but it's good. Then Sirfetch'd. I mean, he's just kind of goofy, and that's the charm. The charm of Sirfetch'd is that he's just a goofy goober with a big sword, you know what I mean? Then Mr. Rhyme. I actually like Mr. Rhyme, which is weird, because, like, I'm not a Mr. Mime enjoyer. Like, where are they? They're kind of low down here, right? I've lost the Mr. Mimes. There they are. I'm not a Mr. Mime enjoyer. I'm not a big fan, but Mr. Rhyme just kind of does it for me, you know? Maybe it's the, like, tap dancing Charlie Chaplin stuff, but I vibe with Mr. Rhyme. I'm gonna do above Glalie for Mr. Rhyme. I rock with him, you know? He's a sweet old man, what can I say? Then we have Runerigus. I like Runerigus. I don't think it's quite as good as Cofagrigus. I think Cofagrigus is better. But overall, they're both still very good. I guess I like Cofagrigus having more of like a defined face and the forehand, and you know, it's very unique. Whereas Runerigus, you know, I like the tail, but the rest of it's just kind of eh. Although I guess I also like how the ghost is possessing more of the stone. It's like kind of breaking it apart to use this armor. That's cool. I don't know. I like them both. They're both cool. And then we've got Milcery. Oh boy, I'm gonna get to put so many Pokemon in the duplicates tier. I'm gonna be so for real. If whoever's making the tier list ever ends up watching these videos, you did not need to put every Alcremie here. I'm gonna be so for real. There's just a lot of Alcremies. You know, we don't need them all. Milcery. I mean, it's just kind of milk. And you know what? I like milk. Drink your milk, kids. It's good for you. It helps your bones. Matter of fact, once I'm done with this stream, I'm going to go into my kitchen and I'm going to drink some milk. I'm going to do it. I'm also going to eat a Pop-Tart. So, while I'm doing this, I suppose I will say I know for a fact, I'm only fairly certain I had a shiny, you know what, I'm just going to do my favorite Alcremie. I'm only fairly certain I had a shiny G-Max Orbeetle, but I know I 100% know that I had a shiny G-Max Alcremie that I got before the update. Meaning I got it before the DLC where you could automatically get your Pokemon evolved. Like, or you could basically give your any Pokemon that had a G-Max, you could give it a G-Max by feeding it the G-Max curry, right? And I had my shiny G-Max Alcremie before that was added. So basically I'm the best. And shiny Alcremie is really cool, by the way. Again, not like a huge shiny guy, but shiny Alcremie is pretty dope. Because it's got like black frosting or like grayish frosting. I don't know, hold on, let me look it up because it's really good. It's probably my favorite shiny. This is shiny Alcremie, which is sick. I love shiny Alcremie. Best to ever do it. But anyways, of the normal Alcremies, I like this Alcremie. Or wait, no, I don't. Hold on, let me get to it. I'm getting to it. They all kind of blend together after a while. You know, even though I'm looking at all of them. My favorite Alcremie is the purple one at the end here. I like that Alcremie a lot. The one with the blue on the bottom, you know? So we got like all three flavors of ice cream here, you know? The ice cream place really loaded us up. Although, I'm gonna be real, I'm not like a big ice cream guy. I'm not a huge ice cream fan. I think it's a texture thing. Real? No, actually, no. I remember now why it is I don't like ice cream. When I was a kid, I did like ice cream when I was a kid, and I think I had some ice cream where it was like the texture was just really weird, and it was like I kept getting chunks weirdly where I would like have to chew the ice cream. I guess it just hadn't like gotten creamy enough. It hadn't melted to become creamy enough. So now I just can't eat ice cream because of that experience. It became like a texture issue for me where it's just like it feels gross in my mouth now. Anyways, Alcremie. I really don't like ranking just based on shinies, because if I was ranking based on shinies, then like Charizard would be at the top, and you know, everything else. Like Garchomp would be near the bottom, because Garchomp's shiny sucks, even though Garchomp's dope. But Alcremie has such a cool shiny, and just having had the shiny, I'm like, I fuck with Alcremie pretty heavy now. I understand that it is just kind of just ice cream, but I fuck with the ice cream, you know? I fuck with the ice cream. It's also cute ice cream, you know? It's kind of got that Esper face going on a little bit. I vibe with it. I vibe with Alcremie. Phalanx. I mean, Phalanx is awesome. If you don't love... If you're not a Phalanx lover, then I don't know what you're doing with your life, because like Phalanx is awesome, bro. I love Phalanx. It's like up there. It's just Kirby's in armor, you know? Then Pincurchin. Pincurchin feels like they were trying to recapture Pyukumuku, because I think Pyukumuku's like surprisingly popular, I think. But Pincurchin just doesn't quite get there, you know? So let's see about where's Pyukumuku. Or it didn't quite get there. In my opinion, I like Pincurchin more than Pyukumuku. What I mean by it didn't quite get there is that it wasn't like popular like Pyukumuku was. But I like Pincurchin. I think it's cute. As a matter of fact, I'm putting it above Warple. They're both kind of similar vibes of cute to me, with their little butt faces. Also, it's kind of funny. It was kind of funny in the first when Pokemon TCG first came out and nobody knew what was going on to run a Pincurchin deck. I also ran a Frostmoth deck, and that was probably my favorite deck I ever ran, just because I liked stalling people out with sleep. It was just funny. I love gambling, Charlie. Anyway, Snom. Another Furret Walk fan. Another part of the Furret Walk fandom. Except, I think it's way cuter than Furret. I love Snom. And yes, it is propaganda, and yes, I am absolutely falling for it. But guess what? Don't care, I love Snom. And then I also really love Frostmoth because, like I said, I ran that deck in TCG Pocket with Frostmoth in it. Like, I would stall with Frostmoth while I set up Starmie. And yeah. So it gets to go with Starmie as being part of the crew in OG TCG Pocket. Just, man, base genetic Apex was so fun. Nowadays, there's just, like, the thing with TCG Pocket, man, they added too many decks way too fast. I genuinely think it taking it was 2 months to get to Mythical Island from Genetic Apex, and then 2 more months to get to Spacetime Smackdown. I think that was the best the game was, because people could actually I could actually get the cards and develop strategies and metas and build fun decks. Now it's I feel like I'm just playing catch up all the time, and I can't build any decks because I just can't get any cards in the new thing, because there's just so many, you know? It's just too fast. It's just too much now. I honestly, if I didn't just get the dopamine of opening my 2 packs every day, I'd probably have uninstalled by now, because it's just I don't battle anymore, because it's just not fun, you know? And because I'm just falling behind. I'm still using a Mewtwo Gardevoir deck from Genetic Apex with Lunala thrown in, just kind of haphazardly. So, I don't know. That's my thoughts anyways. Stonejourner. I like him. He's a big goofy guy. Big goofy guy with big old rock feet. I'm gonna put him, I'm feeling below Poliwhirl. That's how I'm feeling for Stonejourner right now. Then Ice-Q. I like Ice-Q. I like its big brick face. It's funny to me, the big old brick face. And it's kind of like Mimikyu in that you can destroy its means of defense. I always like when Pokemon does stuff like that. It's interesting to me. I'm gonna put it above Dartrix. Then Indeedee. Indeedee's just kind of a worse me. You know what? I like the female one more. I'm looking at him. The male one has this weird its hips are triangles, which, you know, I don't know about the triangle hips. Female Indeedee, it's more circular, so I like it more. I like what they're going for with Indeedee, where it's it's a maid and a butler, or is it a nanny and a butler? Either way, you get the point. And, you know, it's a very British thing. I really love the Galar decks because it's just so unabashedly British, and that's awesome. But it's just worse Meowstic for me. I've never been able to shake that feeling that it's just kind of worse Meowstic. So there's Meowstic. I'm gonna put it here is what I'm feeling. That kind of works with these four. Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic real quick because I got a sniffle like real bad. Okay, I'm back. That was like, I don't know, I guess I'm getting allergies again, which is a pain. Morpeko! Probably the best Pikachu clone they've ever done, besides Mimikyu, if you want to count Mimikyu. I like the hunger gimmick. You know, the hunger gimmick works. It's a strong gimmick for a Pika clone. I'll put it above Emolga here. Because I like him more than Emolga. It also helps that Marnie used it. And I'm a big Marnie fan. I like Marnie a lot. Because her design is like best in the... Like, low-key, Marnie has one of the best designs in the series. And people don't talk about it enough. But I don't know. Maybe I vibe too heavily with the punk aesthetic, but I just like the punk aesthetic a lot, you know. I also really like Pierre's design for what it's worth, but something about the pink dress with the black leather jacket just that's very vibey to me. But I'm getting off topic. Qfint. I mean, this line is just kind of what Fampy and Dawn fan wishes it was, right? You know? So I'm gonna put Qfant there. I like Qfant. It's cute. It's a cute little elephant. Reminds me of Dumbo. Then we got the Minecraft elephant. It's the Minecraft elephant. I like it though. I like it a lot. Well, maybe not a lot. I like it moderately. Moderate amounts of liking. I'm gonna put it below Mudstale, above Saucebuck. That's how I'm feeling about Copperajah right now. It's pretty solid. Then we have... I'm trying to remember. I don't know why it was eluding me. Dracozolt. I like Dracozolt. I think the Draco half of the fossils were pretty clearly the better ones. So I'm gonna give Dracozolt a... No, it's not above Tyrantrum. I thought about it. It's not above Tyrantrum. It's there. But I like Dracozolt. It's good. Then... And I like these fossils as a whole. I know some people don't because they're ugly, but it's like Bruxias for me. They're like intentionally ugly. And I really like the inspiration of the real fossil wars, I think they're called. Very cool stuff. Very interesting stuff. Loxton and Noggin probably... Excuse me. Loxton and Noggin probably did a video on them. So I would suggest checking that out if you're interested. About like the Fossil Wars stuff. But it's very cool. It's very cool stuff. Arctozolt. I like Arctozolt too. You know, it's it's the poor Zap dinosaur is so cold and just sad, you know. Poor guy. I'm gonna put him like there, you know. Poor guy. I just feel bad for him, you know. He's freezing to death. Then Dracovish. I have made numerous references to Alpharad, both inside this series and outside this series. I think it's no secret. I'm a pretty big Alpharad fan. Not my favorite to ever do it, but I like him a lot. And, I mean, it's Mr. Fish, you know? You gotta love Mr. Fish. But even beyond Alpha Red, like, Vicious Rend is just such a stupid move that it is inherently very funny to me. And also, he's just a big, goofy guy. How can you hate a face like this? How can you hate a face like Dracovicious? I can't. I can't hate a face like Dracovicious. And then Arctivish, it's just kind of a fish with a backwards head, you know? Dude! Ugh. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I guess my allergies really are coming back. I thought they were gone. Sucks. But yeah, he's just kind of a fish with a backwards head. Which, for the inspiration, I'm still gonna put him, I'll put him, like, here. I'm gonna, hold on, turn off the mic again real quick. Okay. And like I really like the inspiration still, so he gets points for that, but Dracovich is pretty, or not Dracovich, Arctivish is pretty easily the worst of the fossils. So let's see here. Too far! Duraludon! I mean, he's just kind of a lighter that's also a building. He's pretty interesting. I like him. I'll put him like here-ish. I think that's fair. Not my favorite to ever do it, but he's cool. I think, isn't he the only non-legendary Steel Dragon? Is he even Steel Dragon? Let me double check that, because I don't know. Yeah, Steel Dragon. One of the only Steel Dragon types, so that's cool. And kind of on theme for making a non-legendary Pokemon that's typing was previously only used by one of the Gen 4 legendaries, Dragapult. The Dragapult line. One of my favorite pseudo lines, honestly. I like a lot. Dreepy's just cute. Dreepy's just very cute. And I like how there's Dreepies all throughout the line on the rest of them. Just kind of hanging out. I think that's cool. So I'm gonna put it below Litwick. I'm just a ghost type fanatic, aren't I? I really am. If I was a Pokemon trainer, I'd be a Hex Maniac, except I wouldn't, because I'm pretty sure Hex Maniac is a female only class of trainer. So I don't know, I'd be the one male Hex Maniac. The single the one representing male Hex Maniac. That's me. I'm the only one. Only male Hex Maniac. That's me. Dracloak. Kind of, you know, it's certainly a middle stage. It's a good middle stage because it's in a good line, but it's still just a middle stage, so I'm gonna put it like here. Then Dragapult. Launching your babies out of cannons on your head. Awesome. Like, I don't know what they're feeding the Pokemon developers, but they're feeding them right. They're feeding them right. So I'm gonna put it below a Scavalier. That's how I'm feeling. So yeah, top 4 pseudo. I think that checks out for me. Hydreigon, Garchomp, Metagross. I would say those are all better. I'm double checking my work there. Now the legendary dogs. The dogs. I like Zacian. You know, having the Pokemon actually holding the sword instead of being the sword works better. So I'm gonna put it down here. I'm not a huge fan of these legendaries. They're I guess not the worst set of legendaries ever, but they're definitely not the best either. Yawn snuck up on me. Man, I'm just doing all the things tonight. I'm sneezing, I'm sniffling, I'm yawning. What the heck? And now I'm coughing too. Oh my god, I'm just a horrible streamer tonight. Then we've got... I was gonna call it Shieldon for a second, but that's not right. Zamazenta. And Zamazenta, I wish I liked more, because I like the color palette, but the shield main just isn't doing it for me. Especially because it's supposed to be like a wolf type creature, you know? It's not a lion. Which I understand they probably didn't want to do a lion because they just did a legendary lion last gen with Solgaleo, but I don't know. They did birds multiple times in a row with like the legendary birds of Kanto and then Ho-Oh. Like, I don't know. Then Latios and Latios are kind of birds, and I can't make up a bird for Gen 4. There are no legendary birds in Gen 4. In Gen 5, there's also like no legendary birds. Or wait, Tornadus turns into a bird. Okay, we're so back. Tornadus turns into a bird, then Yveltal's a bird, and then Gen 7 probably had an Ultra Beast that was similar to a bird. I don't know. Then Gen 8 had the legendary birds again because Galarian forms, and then Gen 9 had... I don't know. It's probably... I guess there wasn't a bird in Gen 9's Paradox lineup. Oh well! But yeah, there's a lot of birds. I don't know why we couldn't have doubled up on lions, you know? I feel like they're common enough. Eternatus. Is Eternatus still the only dragon poison type, or was Dragalge dragon poison type? Dragon poison type Pokemon. I think it's just... I don't know. Dragalge, Naganadel, and Eternatus. Okay. Well, there you go. There's a lot of dragon poison types. I like Eternatus, though. I can understand why people wouldn't like him. He is just kind of a bunch of, like, triangles slapped into a vaguely dragon-shaped design. But, you know, for the first Pokemon in a while, that's, like, more on the, powerful side of the spectrum. Yeah, Eternatus is fine. I like Eternatus. But for the first Pokemon in a while, that's more on like the powerful side of the spectrum. Like, you know, your Rayquazas or your all the Gen 4 ones, or I don't know, your Yveltals. I guess this isn't the first Pokemon in a while, but yeah. I think they've already confirmed there's not going to be new Pokemon in ZA, so just going to have to wait for Gen 10, unless they do like a crazy surprise and do, I don't know, Zygarde 2. A-Guard. We could have A-Guard, so it could truly be the Legends ZA experience. Is there even a legendary Pokemon that starts with A? Azelf. Pokemon Legends Zygarde Azelf. I don't think there's another one that starts with A. I can't remember anymore that start with A. But yeah, I guess the best way to kind of think about it, Eternatus is kind of in the same camp as like Giratina Necrozma, whereas it's one of the few kind of outwardly villainous Pokemon, even though I'd say Necrozma is the only one that's like genuinely a villain. Oh, Gen 10's definitely coming out in the next 5 years. I wouldn't... It's probably going to be 2026, 2027. Pokemon doesn't... Like, you gotta remember, the Pokemon's all about that merch money. If they're not... if they're not making the merch money, then they're making a new game, and new Pokemon means new plushies and stuff on the Pokemon Center. They're Gen 10's coming 2026, 2027, 100%. I 2026 might be like a spin-off year, but 2027 is going to be a full on. That's got to be a new gen, because it'll be the longest we've gone without a new gen since like Gen 6, I think. How do you know? I mean, there's going to be a game after ZA, but like, how close to ZA are we talking? Yeah, you know what, now I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna put like Eternatus. I'm gonna drop it below Giratina. I like Giratina a little bit more. Call it nostalgia. I like Giratina a little bit more. Year 2, yeah. Yeah, Gear 2 after seems right. That checks out to me. Because Pokemon's on a yearly cycle. ZA was weird in that they pushed it back. Like, they never push back Pokemon game. I'm pretty confident the only reason they pushed it back, it wasn't even like because they needed the added dev time, because it's Pokemon, they'll release it in any state. Scarlet and Violet existed. I'm 90% certain they only pushed it back so that Nintendo could be like, hey, look, we got this whole new Switch 2 thing. You want to buy a Pokemon game for it? We got a Pokemon game for it. You know what I mean? Like, it was, I'm pretty sure it was intentionally made. The pushback was intentionally made with the Switch 2 in mind. But yeah, they're Gen 10 proper, not too long away. CA being sold are gonna go hella down, only because people ain't gonna be pre-ordering, because no plush with it. I thought there is a plush with it. I thought they were doing pre-order and you get one of the sitting cuties of the starters. Not after? Okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's a single player game, like it's on launch day and then sales kind of wane. That, I imagine that's the case with most single player games. Or I guess ZA is kind of not single player, but it's meant more so as a single player experience than a multiplayer one. Because Champions is coming out soon too, and that's probably what it's going to be. It's going to be Champions 2026 and then Gen 10 2027. As a matter of fact, I think I've seen leaks about Gen 10, but I won't divulge those because they might be wrong. New mobile game? I don't know. Maybe. I guess. I've been playing TCG Pocket and that's fun, but I kind of fell off Pogo years ago because it's just like they kind of ruined it. Unite, yeah. I forgot Unite was even on mobile. It reads so much more as like a full-on Switch game to me. And Kubfu. I love TCG Pocket. I've had a lot of fun with TCG Pocket. My only complaint is that they put out new packs too fast. Because I feel like I'm playing catch up on all these new packs. This is so much. But I like theory crafting decks, so TCG Pocket being an easier and less expensive way to play the TCG was always going to win me over. Because Lord knows I'm not buying actual Pokemon cards. That shit's... Yikes. that's a little much right now. In this economy. And Kubfu. I like Kubfu. But I don't love Kubfu. I'm gonna put it above Porygon-Z. That's how I'm feeling for Kubfu right now. Good Pokemon, but not the best. We could get better. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, if you like... I have a friend who collects, like, actual... Or I have a couple friends that collect actual physical Pokemon cards. And I know they enjoy it too, but it's just like it's too much. Even in stores, you know, it's like they're either not in stock, or you have to fight like a middle-aged man who's just doing it to scalp. I don't know. It's just not fun, so I don't do it. Then Urshifu. I like the idea with Urshifu, where it's like it's a split evolution, where, you know, it gets multiple types of martial arts. I think that's cool. I'm gonna give it like Buff Beware. Think of Buff Beware. Got a rare find of seeing Pokemon cards in Walmart model. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, if you just happen to come across cards in Walmart, that's the way to do it. That's what my friend does. Whenever he goes to Walmart, he just checks and sees if they have them in stock by the register, and he gets them if they do. I think I saw some in Staples once, and then I didn't get them because I don't really care. Yeah, Walmart's one of the places that gets scalped instantly because they don't have like a per customer thing. Yeah, GameStop's better because they've got a per customer thing on packs, but Walmart doesn't because they don't care. They're just after, they just want that money, so they just let people scalp them. GameStop definitely gets scalped. I have watched GameStop get scalped. Maybe they've changed that in recent years, but GameStop absolutely gets scalped. They just make it harder to scalp them. And Zarude. Man, Zarude is like kind of lame. I remember when they announced Zarude, and it was like, okay, enter the code to get the mystery gift, and you can get Zarude. And I didn't pay for NSO, so I couldn't get it. But Zarude, it was just kind of lame. Like, it was just kind of dropped. And I know most mythical Pokemons are kind of dropped in events like that, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because Zarude was the first one I was like actively participating in the community for, but Zarude was just lame. Like, I don't know. He looks better than Rillaboom, I guess. This should have been the final starter, so that. Came across Charmander, like in the tier list. Charmander's been around here since day one. Where is Charmander? I think it's A tier. A plus-ish. Maybe A. Yeah, Charmander's an A, if that's what you mean. But, right here next to Pinsir and Bergamite. To get a Blastoise? Are we still talking like TCG? Because I don't collect Pokemon cards. So if Blastoise is super expensive. Oh, on Pogo? Oh, I quit Pogo years ago. I haven't been playing. When was the last time I played Pogo? The last event I remember participating in on Pogo was the Rog and Rolla Community Day? Rog and Rolla Community Day, I think it was. And that was the last time I participated. Yeah, I liked Pogo. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even remember why I really quit. I just kind of fell off of it and never got back on. That's just the way it goes with mobile games sometimes. I never put any money in it, so I didn't really have a reason to stick around, per se. But I don't know, it's fun, but it's not something I was ever super invested in, even when I did play it. Regieleki. They have a battle pass on Pogo now? That's kind of gross. I can't lie. Man, I remember in 2016 when it came out, it was like way better than it is now. Man, they need to just bring back 2016 Pogo and then just like have it with all the Pokemon. That's all they needed was 2016 Pokemon, 2016 Pogo, but with all the Pokemon, and it would be a perfect game. But I don't know, corporate greed. Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. But that was definitely something they added after I quit, because I don't remember any Battle Pass things. Regieleki. It was a bold move adding new Reggies after Regigigas. Like that is a bold move, and I respect it. I respect the grind to add more Reggies. And honestly, low-key, I wish they would make more because the Reggies are kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely, like I said, I like the Reggies, and I can definitely get down with more, but I agree. I think they should finish off doing the EVs before we get more Reggies, personally. I don't know. I just think that I should be able to kill my Eevee and then get the ghost type evolution. I think that would be dope. Also, I just like ghost types. Anyway, Regieleki. I like Regieleki. I'd even say I like Regieleki more than Registeel. He's just kind of a little gremlin. Like, he's so small compared to the other ones, and that's kind of just funny to me. So I'm gonna put him there. Yeah, they need to do a ghost type Eevee. I think Ghost and what's the other type I would, Ghost and Poison would be the two I'd be really interested in, is doing a Ghost and a Poison Eevee. Maybe a Steel or a Dragon. A Flying Dart? What do you mean? You can get that. It's called Flying Terrestrialized Umbreon. That already exists. Or I guess it's not a dual type, is it? It's just a dark type that became a flying type. But you get the point. Regidrago. Regidrago. I'd say Regidrago's my least favorite of the I almost called them the Eevees, of the Reggies personally, but it's still pretty good. It's still a Reggie, so I vibe with it, and I like that the skull looks like a Charizard skull, which is interesting because Charizard's not a dragon type or that big. A Water Fire Eevee? That could be interesting. I guess it just kind of looked like Vaporeon and Flareon combined. Hold on, let me see the Vaporeon, Flareon fusion, Poke fusion. That's probably what it looked like. Let's see it. Oh, that has Jolteon in it too. As per usual, Reddit fails me. Is this what it actually looks like? I'm gonna assume this is what it actually looks like in the game. It probably, a Fire Water Eevee probably look like that. Or you can't even see that because I have my screen cropped. Okay, there we go. Something like this. Which is cool. I like this design. Pretty solid. It's like blue fur and then kind of flaming ears. I mean, I guess that'd be cool, but like at that point, just play Poke Fusion, you know? it's a good ROM hack. I think I've got it on my computer. Let me see here. Yeah, I've still got Pokemon Infinite Fusion. So yeah, just like at that point, just play Infinite Fusion. Then, oh, this is tough. Do I count the horses as separate? I'm gonna count the horses as separate. They get their own battles. Calyrex creates an interesting thing though, because like you're saying, if I just duct tape an Eevee on top of an Onix, it's a new Pokemon? Like, what are we doing here? Come on. Or, no, it wouldn't be that. It'd be the Onix is now a part of Eevee. That's how we get the rock type Eevee. We just duct tape Eevee on top of Onix, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I like the Infinite Fusion idea for like a ROM hack, but I don't know if I want that in the main series. I don't know. I think that's just getting a little too complicated for Pokemon. I mean, you gotta remember, these games are made for 5-year-olds at the end of the day. And I don't know if a 5-year-old would be able to comprehend all of that. And they definitely can't add stuff directly from Infinite Fusion because they could get sued over that. Which is why, as a matter of fact, that's why I've heard that's why there's not been any new evolutions since Sylveon. It's because they're worried they'd be too close to fan art and they could potentially get sued over that. So, Glastrier. I mean, these are just kind of horses that are like vaguely elemental, you know? I'll put it next to like Mudspray. Where's Mudsdale? Saucebuck? They're like elegant, but I don't know, they're not Rapidash, so. That's my elemental horse, is Rapidash. And then the edgy horse. So it's like, Spectrier looks like a My Little Pony OC. Like, let's be so real. Let's be so for real. I can totally imagine a 40-year-old man drawing this horse and LARPing that he's dating Rainbow Dash. What a world we live in. What a world. And then Calyrex, the Jimmy Neutron Pokemon. What an odd creature. It's got like 4 bunny ears to hold up this stupid green berry and a deer face? It's just odd. Like, I'm gonna be so I'm gonna put it down here. Yeah, no, I put Mesprit down here and Uxie and Azelf down here. Calyrex definitely gets thrown into the bowels of D tier. Get it out of here, bro. It's like, it's just, I don't like looking at it. It's just odd. Like, I want to pop its head. I want to like take its head and do that scene from Daredevil Born Again where Kingpin squeezes that guy's head and just pops it. Like that, I want to do that to Calyrex. I feel like that'd be satisfying. I almost called it Spectrier. I already did Spectrier. Weirdier! I mean, I really love Legends Arceus and Scarlet Violet for finally giving some Gen 2 Pokemon that really desperately needed some love, some evolutions here, because like Stantler, was anybody getting out of bed for Stantler? I wasn't getting out of bed for Stantler. But Weirdier? I'll get out of bed for Weirdier. It's cool. It's a white deer with a beard. And it's a wizard. It's a wizard deer. It's in the Shadow Wizard Money Gang with I don't know, Gothitelle? I guess Gothitelle would be Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I'll put it here. I like weird deer. Wizard deer. And Cleavor. First time the Scyther line has ever taken an L. First, well, actually, fire types. Fire type. Scizor does not like fire type. But Cleavor is like the first hard L the Scyther line ever took. Cleavor is not very awesome. I mean, it's still like an A tier. It's still fine, but man. Man. Comparing Cleavor to Scyther and Scizor, man. I respect the dedication to try and make a new Scyther evolution, but we did not need it. We did not need it. Scizor was perfect. Also, just while I'm looking at it, kind of thinking about it, man, the Legends Arceus designs are so polygonal. I don't know why. I don't know why they made them that way, but they're so polygonal. Was everything polygonal back in the day? Is that a real thing? Were we living in Mario 64 in the ancient days? Did everybody look like Mario 64? Is that real? Is that on God? Ursaluna! Another Pokemon that desperately needed an evolution was Ursaring. Or desperately needed something. I guess it didn't need an evolution. Regional 4 probably could have worked. But Ursaluna, really cool. You know, we're finally like... This is a real grizzly bear. Like, Ursaring was already kind of a grizzly bear, but it was, you know, it was kind of small. It was like 5'11". This is like the difference between 5'11 and 6 feet. Ursaluna is like a real, honest-to-God grizzly bear, you know what I mean? Like, I'll put it above Magmortar. This is the real grizzly bear Pokemon we all needed. And then, I'm not going to rank Blood Moon Ursaluna because it's... Is Blood Moon Ursaluna? Yeah, Blood Moon Ursaluna is right there. I'm not going to rank it because I believe it's technically an alternate form of Ursaluna. Maybe. Technically. I don't know. I count it as an alternate form. But Blood Moon Ursaluna, sick. Then Bascu Legion. I mean, it's just a dead fish, and I vibe with that. But it's like a legion of dead fish coming together to make one big ghost fish. And, yeah, you know, it's ghost type, therefore it's good. So, yeah. I just like ghost. I'm just a sucker for ghost types. What can I say? It's the best type to ever do it. Then we have... Oh, Sneasler. I always forget Sneasler exists. And then whenever I remember Sneasler exists, I immediately go back to forgetting it exists because I do not like Sneasler. It's just kind of gross, you know? It's like, why are you so lanky? Why do you look the way that you do? Who made you like this? Why are you like this? I'll put it like here. I don't know. I like the claws. I like the Wolverine poison claws, I guess, but it's just so lanky. They just put Sneasel on the stretching rack and called it a day. Like, what are we doing? Then Overquill. I like Overquill a lot. Like, we gave Quillfish a regional, and that regional gets an evolution. That's dope. And I like that it just leans more into the mine theme. Because Quillfish is supposed to be like a sea mine. And Overquill's just also a big old spiky sea mine. It's cool. I like Overquill a lot. And it has the colors of Hisuian Quillfish. I mean, naturally, it has the colors of Hisuian Quillfish. But the black and purple is such a good color scheme, man. So I'm gonna put it like up there. I like Hisuian or Overquill a lot. And the name's just cool. Overquill, like, that's a cool name. Then Enamorous. Kind of odd that we're adding a fourth member of the genie group. in a game that's more referential of Gen 4. Like, I feel like adding a 4th member of the Lake Spirits would have made more sense there. But I don't like the Lake Spirits either, so... Well, I like the other genies, but I don't like the Lake Spirits, so I guess this is alright, but I don't know. She's just, like, off. Again, she's just lanky. I don't like how lanky she is. It's just, I don't know. I think it wasn't a good idea to make a fourth one of these. The 3 we had were already fine. Like, they're not even really the greatest Pokemon to ever do it anyways, so... I'm just gonna make this the lanky part of the C tier. Or like there. There we go. That's all of Gen 8 plus Legends Arceus. Done. There you have it. Here's the S plus tier again. Because the S plus tiers and the S tier are really the only tiers that matter here. I guess the low tiers kind of matter too, but there you go. And that's that for now. So, I'll see you. There you have it. Galar done. Next week's gonna be the end of the era. You know, I've been doing this for 9 weeks now, this tier list. I will have been doing it for 9 weeks, and next week's the final one. And there won't even be necessarily a new tier list when CA comes out. Although, I don't know, I might do a Mega Evolution tier list when CA comes out. Because I'm sure I'll have some thoughts on all the Mega Evolutions by then. But, yeah. Next week will be the end of an era. We'll see where we go after that. I've got a couple of ideas for some tier lists beyond Pokemon. After we're done with this, maybe some superhero stuff, some cape shit, maybe some Persona. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. But for now, I believe that's all I've got. I'm gonna drink some milk like I said I would. Eat a Pop-Tart. For Milcery. Without further ado, later, Gators.